What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. It's been a long time since I did a review, huh? Well, at least on Transformers. I did a review on the Black Series, Droideka, a few weeks ago. But Hotshot here, Deluxe Class, Cybertron 2005. One of my favorite designs from the Unicron trilogy. Finally getting updated in the modern era, looking spicy. I gotta say, this is contender for Deluxe Class or one of the figures of the year. Like, this thing is gonna blow you guys away once I get right down to it. So he's got the red Speed Planet key, all the classic Speed Planet details that you would see on this type of key. Looking good. You can plug it into the back on robot mode. There's a slot right there, but obviously it would look better in vehicle mode. You know, if you plug it in the back, it's just going to be a key behind his head. It'll look awful. So I really would not do that. But you got options there. And the gun, of course, looking good. Yep, and Hotshot falls. The gun. Look at this gun, ladies and gentlemen. Looking good. Pretty similar to the one that he had in the original toy in the cartoon. Got some nice gunmetal paint here and there. Some nice translucent orange, yellowish type plastic. It works for this gun, but there's a piece on the figure that I'm sure you guys may already know what I'm talking about, that I'm not too keen on being totally clear plastic for the transformation, but it works for the gun. Looks pretty good, and he holds it very well. And as you can see, oh, hold on. It's a little tricky to put it in his hand because you gotta like rotate this car door piece back so it's not like up against the hand right there. You gotta rotate it down like that so you can put the gun in his hand. That's a little annoying, but not too big of a deal. And obviously, looks good holding it. And again, obviously, it is blast effect compatible at the tip there, so you can plug in blast effects. Looking good. And the figure itself is so superb. The proportions, the sculpt, the paint, it is perfect. I mean, well, almost perfect. It could use a bit more paint here and there. I gotta admit, you know, typical problem with a modern day Transformer, but the sculpt is there. The paint where it counts is really nice. Got the nice Autobot logo right there. The head sculpt. Look at that head sculpt. Let me get some more light on that head. Yeah, look at that, boy. It's like this metallic gold that they used for the head sculpt and a couple other places on the figure. I think right here, too. Yeah, they used the same like metallic yellow right here for the stomach. And a couple other places on the figure, I think, too. But, yeah. That metallic yellow where when they put those hits on there is super nice. I really do like that. But, ooh, that light was a little harsh. There we go. Okay, yeah, nice details all around. There's the back of them. Looking like that. You could flip these back if you want, but obviously he looks way cooler with them flipped out. And you can remove these car door pieces on his arm. Let me just demonstrate that real quick here. It's a little tricky. It's kind of tight in there, but there you go. You can do it. So if you want to have that look going on, you can have car door on or car door off, whatever you want to do. I prefer it with the car door on. It makes the arm a bit more proportionate to the rest of his body, in my opinion. But in terms of articulation, he is really well articulated, especially for a deluxe class. So the head is double hinged. It's got a ball joint up at the top and a hinge joint at the base. So you could get quite a bit up already, as you can tell. But if you take this back piece out, okay, I got it. It was a little hard to do on camera, but once you flip that piece down, you could get a way more up for the head, and that is fantastic. I absolutely love that, especially for dynamic poses. So you got a lot of nice tilting in the head, and obviously it could rotate as well. So very nice head articulation. The shoulders, they're a little limited due to the design, obviously, but you can move them out that much until, you know, it starts hitting his head, which is still pretty decent. I mean, that's about what you would need, honestly. And then it can move all the way around until it bumps into the back piece. And you got bicep swivel, 90 degrees of elbow bend. I do wish the elbow bend was a little bit higher, but obviously due to the design, it couldn't be higher, but it is what it is, you know. And it still has wrist swivel due to the kibble and the way his design is. That is fantastic. I'm trying to do it while the card door thing is on, but you could kind of see it. There you go. In the midsection and the legs, he's got waist rotation, forward, a great amount back. You could flip this big chunk of clear plastic back. It's super tight on my copy, so I really do not want to move it too much, but you can get some back when you move that out. You got full splits, thigh rotation, 90 degrees of bend there at the knee, and you get some really, really crazy ankle tilt as always, and you get feet that can move up a whole lot, which is nice for some dynamic poses where you need the feet to go back. Oh, shoot. Look at his head. That boy is, like, dead. But, yeah, very nice articulation. Like, you really don't get some of these articulation hits on a lot of these deluxe class figures, so it is nice to see them really go all out for Hot Shot here. And, you know, there's a little bit of hollowness, a bit too much for my liking maybe, but I don't know, it is what it is. I mean, this is a tall deluxe, it's still pretty big and beefy, but there's the hollowness, you know, that couple other places on the figure, I think, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is, typical modern day Transformer issue, but it's just something I would point out for you guys. Not too big of a deal, but it is noticeable once you see it, you know. So, for comparisons now, let's jump right into them. We got Ransack and everybody's big beefy green boy besides Bulkhead, Crumple Zone. So, there's that, looking good. We got the OG Vector Prime. Fudge that new Vector Prime, I'm not getting that. And Override from the Velocitron series, not the original Deluxe, because the original is trash. So there's that. Amazing scale. Next up, we got the Legacy Cybertron Starscream, and Starscream's partner in the show, Sideways. And as you can tell, he's about the same height as Deluxe from nearly 20 years ago, so he's a little taller, actually. So, yeah, he's a very big deluxe. And lastly, we got the big boys, the leaders. We got Optimus Prime. Does he fit in the frame? Okay, yeah, he does. And Megatron or Galvatron. So, yeah, that scale is perfect. Just to really drive home in this video how big this Hot Shot is for, like, modern day scale. Here he is next to Universe 2008 Sideswipe. He's pretty much the same height, maybe a little bit taller as well. He looks like he's taller in camera, but off camera in person, they look like they're the same height. And here he is with a regular Voyager class this time. Classics Magnus, the Takara version. So yeah, he's a big boy. I'm really liking this. Not that he's out of scale, it's just that I was surprised that they made him the size he should be, because I thought they were going to go the cheap route and make him the same height as Armada Hotshot, but nope, they went all out scale-wise, and I absolutely freaking love it. And now to transform this bad boy, it is really simple and straightforward. You don't even need instructions, like you would probably get it on your first try within the first 5 minutes of trying to transform him. Super simple, but very effective as it should be. So you open this up, you flip the feet in like that, flip that back in, and you rotate all of the thigh in there. Close it back up, do the same thing on this side, and we're already kind of like halfway done, which is kind of crazy, but still a very good transformation. You untab this back piece, rotate it in, then you rotate that around, and you take this section and you hinge it back. It's kind of tricky because the clear plastic part is on the same hinge as the hinge on the inside there, so it's a little hard maneuvering around it, but you could get it in there, and it just tabs into the legs right there. Leave that up, and what you do is you flip the head back into the chest, and you rotate the shoulders up and they tab together to form the front of the car. And you take the arms and you just rotate them back and they'll tab in on a couple tabs on the side there. So, and it locks in very nicely, nice and snug. And you just take the windshield piece and you very carefully, because you know it's clear plastic, flip it down. And there's 3 tabs that it'll lock into in the front here. Very carefully do that. And there you go. Just adjust the side pieces if you have to. And bada bing, bada boom. You got them in vehicle mode. You can plug the cyber key in there, like the old school figure. Just got a slot, and it goes right in there. So you can do that. So you can make pretend that it activated these wing pieces, but you can just leave them out. And the gun stores up top there. Got a port, and it just tabs right in. And that looks very cool. You got the complete look for Cybertron 2005 Hot Shot. This is a great car mode. I think it looks really good. Now with the clear plastic, I want to talk about that for a little bit. I said I would. So it feels good. It doesn't feel like super cheap like past lines, but like this hinge is so tight that I really would not move this back and forth a lot, because it probably wouldn't take too much of moving that back and forth to maybe break or give it stress marks. So I would just be careful of this piece. I definitely want to get a second copy to keep in vehicle mode, but that's just me. Maybe your opinion on that clear plastic piece is different, but you know, clear plastic is considerably weaker than solid plastic. It's a known fact, so just be careful of that, guys, when you mess around with this figure, this windshield piece here. But all the details pretty much the same from the robot mode. Got this nice silver on the side. I wish it continued to this piece right here. Maybe it didn't in the original toy in the cartoon. I can't remember, but would have been nice to see that there too, regardless. And I can't remember if the wheels are solid black on the hubcaps there. Maybe they should be picked out in silver. I can't remember. But this side is pinned in. This side is mushroom pegs. So, it is what it is, but kind of sucks. I wish both sides were pinned in. But then again, you get the regular sculpt of this, and then you get a pin sticking out on this wheel. So, it is what it is. Pick your poison with it. In the front, not too much. Shouldn't there be like an Autobot logo somewhere on this vehicle mode? I feel like there should have been one on the front or the side, like on the original toy in the cartoon. I can't remember for sure. Let me know in the comments. I mean, you still got this one, but it's on the bottom and you can't see it, obviously. But there's how the bottom looks once you got it transformed. Conceals pretty well. I mean, all you really see is the hands, and you could flip those around if it really bothers you. And you do see the head in vehicle mode. It's right there, but you can flip the head around. I just forgot to do so. But, yeah, and then there's the back of it. So, yeah, this is a very solid car mode. I really like the sleekness of it. They did a pretty good job on recreating this in the modern Hasbro era here. And you got some nice gunmetal gray painted there for the vents. So yeah, very nice sleek details on the car mode. So for comparisons here, let's bring in a couple. We got Override from the Velocitron Subline and Legacy, and we got Old School Scout Class Lugnuts. The hippie. They couldn't have just got Beachcomber. They had to get a new bot called Lugnuts, but I still love my boy Lugnuts here. So there's that. Lugnuts is still way out of scale, but it is what it is. Still looks very good. And next up here, lastly, for some vehicle mode comparisons, let's bring in Armada Legacy Hotshot, and a little bit of a random one, my boy Gears, everybody's favorite grumpy bot. So, typical deluxe class sized car bot, you know, about the same size as the Armada version. So not much of a surprise there for the size. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this figure, guys. Really solid, I'd say. Besides maybe the potential issue for the clear plastic windshield there, and some of the hollow pieces being a bit off-settling, and you know, the placement of the arm articulation for the elbow bend being a bit too low. Other than that, that's really just nitpicks, you know, whether or not you like the design and whether or not you like the choices that Hasbro made. It's all up to you. But after those few little nitpicks there, this figure is pretty much a contender for figure of the year, I'd say. Like, he's either up there for the best deluxe of all time for the year so far, or he is in the top 3 or top 5 for Transformer of the year for 2024, in my opinion. I like him that much. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know down in the comments below. What do y'all think about this hotshot right here? Do you love him? Do you hate him? All my social medias are linked down below. My email is also linked down below if y'all want to hit me up about business inquiries, or if you want to message me about whatever, or if you want to subscribe to my new Patreon link down below. It's got tons of exclusive content that you won't see here on YouTube or anywhere else, such as exclusive stop motions, Transformers photography. You guys get 1 week access before everybody else here on YouTube to my stop motion films, Discord access, exclusive music and music snippets for my stop motion films, behind the scenes of projects I'm working on, such as dioramas, videos, photography, and stop motions. So if you guys want to help support me and help support the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye!